Hello learners, welcome to yet another episode of our virtual learning class. Today we'll be looking at English language. Okay, we'll be doing English language. Our strand for today, we'll be looking at grammar. Okay, and under grammar we'll be doing verbs. Okay, we'll be doing verbs. Now, our objectives for today, we are learning to identify some verbs in sentences. Okay, we are learning to identify some verbs in sentences. Also, use doing words effectively in simple sentences. Use doing words effectively in simple sentences. Okay, so when we say a verb, what is a verb? Now, in our previous lessons, we know that a verb is what? A doing word or an action word. A verb is a doing word or an action word. So when I say run, what comes in mind? The first thing you think of is to run. Okay, you start running. Okay, when I say walk, okay, what am I doing? I am walking. I am performing an action. Okay, whilst I'm talking right now, what am I doing? I am talking, which is what? An action. Okay, now all these are examples of what? Action words or doing words. Okay, all of these things are verbs. Okay, now a verb is a doing or an action word. Okay, like I said earlier on, a verb is a doing or an action word. When you hear run, what comes in mind? You start running. Immediately you are walking and then you hear some people shouting, run, run, run. What do? You start running because it is a command. It is telling you to do something. Do you get it? Now let's look at some examples. Okay, examples of verbs or doing words. Examples of verbs or doing words. Now the first one is what? Sit. Okay, sit. Now when you are standing and I tell you sit down or sit, what comes in mind? You sit down because you know I am telling you to do something. Okay, when you hear sit, you do it. You sit. Okay, now we have the second one, which is clap. Okay, clap for yourself. When you do something good in the class, the teacher tells you clap for yourself, and then you all clap for yourselves. Do you get it? We have jump. Okay, we have jump. We have what? Read. Okay, read. Go. Fight. Run. March. Okay, this march here is not like the month march. Okay, instead, you know, when it's sit march, we say we are going to march. Okay, we are going to march like the way the military people march. They march like this. Okay, they march. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the month march. I'm talking about people marching. Okay, when we go to the independence and we go and march. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, good. Now we have here, we are going to try and identify the verbs in the sentences below. Okay, we are going to identify the verbs in the sentences below. Okay, so the first one says what? He jumped over the fence. He jumped over the fence. What did he do? What did this person do? He did what? He jumped. So it is what? A doing word. He jumped. Okay, and I said jumping here, jump here is what? A verb. Okay, jump here is what? A verb. So what did the person do? The person what? Jumped. So here, he is what? A pronoun. Okay, and jump here is what? The verb. So jump is telling you what the pronoun did. Okay, so the verb here is what? Jump. I hope you understand. Because the he here, the jump is what he did. What did he do? He jumped over the fence. Okay. Now when you are sitting and I say, Letitia, stand up, what will you do? You will stand. Okay, when you hear Letitia, stand up, what comes in mind? To stand. Okay, so what will you do? You will stand. Letitia, stand. Okay, so stand here is what? The verb. It is telling you what you should do. Do you understand? It is telling you what you should do. What is it telling Letitia to do? It is telling Letitia here to stand up. Okay, so you stand immediately here. Letitia, stand up, you stand. Or Michael, stand up, you stand. Okay, now ring the bell. Ring the bell. What are you going to do? You are going to what? Ring the bell. You are going to what? Ring the bell. Okay, when I tell you to ring the bell, what do? You go out and you ring the bell. Do you understand? You go out and you ring the bell. Now, the bell here is what you are going to use. It is the object. But this is what you are going to do to the bell. Okay, you are going to ring it. I hope you understand. You are going to ring it. So immediately I say ring the bell, you go out and you perform an action with the bell. Okay, you go out there and you perform an action with the bell, which is what? To ring it. Okay, so immediately you ring it, you are performing an action. Okay, now the next one. The cat drank the milk. The cat drank the milk. Now I have cat. And we said a noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or a thing. So the cat here is what? The noun. Okay. The cat is what? The noun. It's an animal, so it is the noun. Okay. What did the cat do? The cat drank the milk. The cat did what? It drank the milk. Okay. The cat was walking. Okay. What was the cat doing? The cat was walking. But in this context, the cat did what? It drank the milk. Who drank the milk? The cat drank the milk. Do you understand? Do you understand? Let's take the last one. I can dance very well. I can dance very well. What can I do? I can what? Dance very well. That is what I can do. So, I can dance very well. What can I do? I can dance. Okay, I can't sing. What can I do? I can dance. Do you understand? What the person here is saying is he or she can do what? Dance. Okay, he or she, whether male or female, boy or girl, can do what? Dance very well. I hope you understand. The first one says what? He jumped. He jumped over the fence. What did he do? He jumped. So the jump here is now what? The verb. Letitia, stand up. Letitia, stand up. What will you do when you hear Letitia stand up? You stand. Okay, because the stand is commanding you to what? To do something. So you do what? You stand. Okay. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. So what is the verb here? We said what? Ring is what? The verb. Why? Because ring is what you are going to do with the bell. You are going to ring the bell. So when you go out there, you will take the bell, which is what? A noun. It's the name of what? A thing. When you go out there, you will perform an action with this bell, which is what? To ring it. So when you ring the bell, the ring here becomes what? The verb. And the bell is what? The noun. Now we have another one. The cat drank the milk. What did the cat do today? The cat drank the milk. Who drank the milk? The cat. Okay, the cat is what? The noun. And what did the cat do? It drank this milk. Okay, the cat drank the milk. Okay. I can dance very well. I can dance very well. The I here is what? It is a pronoun. It is telling you, you could have written Kofi. Okay, Kofi can dance very well. Kofi can dance very well, which is also true. Now, Kofi here is what? The noun. Okay, now this Kofi, what can he do? He can dance. Okay, so immediately you hear dance, what do? You perform an action, which is what? Dance. So that means Kofi can perform this action, which is dance, very well. I hope you understand. Okay, so I will end our class here. I'll put more questions on the page. Stay home, be good children. Love you all. Bye.